2023, y'all. And I declare this the year of the Stitcher. I'm saying that we start all the things, we whip up all the things, and maybe even finish all the things to celebrate a brand new year of possibility. I've created just a little something for y'all, and it goes a little something like this. Thank you. 2, 3. And we can stitch this dream together, bending frogs forever. Nothing's gonna stop. What? April. 30 days, half September. Ooh. Well. Here we are in April. Whoops. Hang on, y'all. I gotta reconfigure. Also, these lights get really hot. They're not supposed to get hot like that, right? Hi, my name is Maggie, aka Kitschy Whips, here on Flosstube. I swear, as well as Instagram. I'm back. This is a channel all about cross stitch. It will hopefully, wait, you are unauthorized. Hopefully be a channel about cross stitch more than once. Let me tell you what's been going on. There's too much. Let me sum up. Princess Bride. Basically, Christmas was weird, and then we got sick over and over and over. And then after almost 3 years, my kid decided to go back to ballet. My husband went back into the office instead of working at home. And all of this, along with a 2-year-old, has culminated into my mental health getting the crap slapped out of it. So the most that I've been able to do lately, quite honestly, is stitch and try to stay active on Instagram and deal with retreat. Wonderful enough. Speaking of which, the Queen City Stitch Retreat is taking place in October of this year here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We have decided for our first retreat to make it a Mirabilia Bonanza. So that is our focus for this year. And we are lucky enough to be hosting the artist behind Mirabilia, Nora Corbett. We're very excited. I am hosting this along with Amy. She's known as Fiber Arts Amy on Instagram, as well as here on Flosstube. Make sure you're following her as well for retreat updates. We are working together to get this done. She is the brains and I am the ideas, maybe even the mouth or the ornament of the retreat. The retreat is currently full. We do have a wait list. We are working through the wait list. Plans change. What are you going to do? So if you are not a official 2023 attendee, please join our general retreat group on Facebook. We are called the Queen City Retreat Stitchers. You are more than welcome to join that group. Our theme will either change from year to year, or we will just migrate into a general stitch retreat going forward. It just kind of depends on how spicy we're feeling, I guess. I hope y'all have been able to get a lot of stitching done. I would say I've not gotten a lot of stitching done, except it's been like 3 years since I've been here, so I might have a lot to show. I'm not going to show all of it. The whip tornado that I promised might be coming a little bit later in the year, because the only reason I'm here today actually is because the baby's sick and he fell asleep like in the middle of the day, which he's not been doing lately. It's not that I'm happy my baby is sick, but I'm just saying. Hashtag best mom ever. Don't be jealous. Let's just get into stitching. I might mix it all up and do all sorts of things. I don't know. I am stitching Mirabilia from Mirabilia. She is out of print. I started her on my birthday last year. My birthday is in October. And so far, she is a blast to stitch because she's got a lot of like blocks of color, sometimes literally. So she's fun to stitch on. You feel like you can change it up and not really get bored. So that's where I've gotten so far. Ooh, there you go, fabric. Please and thank you. My fabric is Sunset Lantana from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. I am in their Fabric of the Month Club, and if you are not in Gwen's Fabric of the Month Club at Fiberlicious, if you like color or you're not sure, but you want to try some, I don't know, sassier shades, oof, if Gwen has a spot open, you need to take it. I love bonkers colors of fabrics. Y'all know that. So if you like what I like, Fiberlicious is the club for you because she only does bright colors. There's no neutrals. Like every once in a while, Gwen might send a neutral-ish, but the bulk of it is vibrance. And I love it. Day Nymph. If you've been around for a while, you know that I am currently in a feud with Valdani. Not the company, the actual thread that she called for. It kept splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting. And then, of course, when I finally ran out and realized that not only do I have to finish Day Nymph, I think I just spit everywhere. Sorry. Night Nymph, her sister pattern that I want to stitch, has way more of that black nut Valdani than this one does. Yay! It finally came in stock. I finally got it. I finally finished Day Nymph, except for the beading. And I'm going to show you. This is her. Look how gorgeous this is. Unbelievable. Like, this is all Valdani. As much as I complain about it, you can't deny the result. So as you can see, I did a skin conversion. I wanted to change the hair, and I just wanted something different, but I'm no designer or cross-stitch charter. So this was kind of the best I could do, and I'm not sold on it. I don't know if I want to burn it to the ground and start the hair completely over, if I just want to add to it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. This is Titania, Queen of the Fairies from Mirabilia. I am stitching her for one of my children. She's another one that has a little more blocks of color in her design. And so far I've gotten, that's the bottom of her skirt. Very pretty. How have y'all been? Everybody doing okay? I hope so. I've been working on my sassy skeleton. Oh, if you're stitching Day or Night Nymph from Mirabilia and want to join our stitch along, it's #NymphSal. If you happen to have the skeleton mosaic from Works by ABC, she is on Etsy. Feel free to join that stitch along. It's #SassySkeleton. It's been a while. It's been a while. #SassySkeletonSal. I love him. I'm using another Fiberlicious fabric for this, and out of this world fabric that I saw, and even I was like, what am I going to do with this? I cannot wait to find something. And then Arlene came along and gave me that. Well, not gave it, I bought it in her store. And this is where I'm at. Look at the fabric. Ooh, he is gonna be awesome. I'm using glow in the dark Sulky for him, and I'm using 3 strands. As you can see, I had to frog quite a bit. I am using 2 strands of white and 1 strand of yellow, so it's just not quite so stark, but of course this just looks white, which is fine. I think it looks great. When I started with the Sulkies, I was not sure because it's thicker, which is fine on its own, but I'm using 3 strands. It's not that fun to manage. It's probably like how a dog walker feels. There's just threads going everywhere. The fabric is Autumnal Orchard from Fiberlicious. Did I tell y'all I found one of these? Ooh, for cheap. Because you know, jacked up Eric over there. I gotta stitch that messed up face. Woof, honey. A couple things that I really want to start. Try not to, y'all. Persephone from Mirabilia. This is a pattern of hers that I have always loved, primarily because of these colors. It just looks, okay, I'm not going to say the M word, moist, but I am going to say juicy. Like it just looks, you know, beautiful, vibrant, citrusy with the blues. Oh, and those reds. Look at her. I am going to use Fiberlicious's Maldives. Y'all, she is going to be so bright. Anybody that walks into my house and then walks up to her and looks at her is going to get a slap across the face like this, like the dramatic 1980s soap operas. That wasn't a great angle. Whatever, I'm just me. Or, no, she's more dramatic. She'll throw a glass of water in your face. Erica Kane style. Or if you watch K-dramas, the rich mom that hates the poor girl that wants to marry her son, they throw water a lot because they're sassy queens. Tell me. I've even got the colors. Dear Lord. 1980s soap opera, glass of water in the face. If you sass this. Also, did y'all know that DMC's going up to like 75 cents or something cuckoo? Oh, let me tell you a tale. A tale of pain, tragedy, hope, and rebirth. So this is at the Met from Mirabilia. I am using her to do a conversion to make her look like Tiana from Princess and the Frog, specifically the musical sequence where she sings Almost There. And it's a more illustrated, like hand-drawn type of look. A lot of oranges and reds and golds. And then you've got Tiana in this gorgeous white dress with a feather in her hair. And I looked at her one day and just thought, wow, if you make the dress white, like it's basically Tiana. You know those old Vogue covers? Very Art Deco, but they're art versus a photograph. That's the look that I'm going for here. Like an illustrated Tiana. If that makes sense, because she's a cartoon, but whatever. The sad part of the story is I had to rebuy my fabric from Fiberlicious because I frogged the top of her dress so many times that I was losing the integrity of my fabric. I didn't want to stitch on it again. So I was like, I'm just going to leave the dress as it is. It looks fine. And then I started her skin and found a mistake I had made earlier in the dress that there was no way I could fix it without frogging everything. So I was like, it's worth it just to spend the money and get a new piece. This time I did pick linen over the Ada. I was just kind of interested to see what the color difference would be. It's really cool. Y'all, I am so happy right now. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. She looks amazing and she's really cool. Ha, 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 ha. I am so good. Come on. This is going to be cool, right? You're not going to be able to look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. Well, I kind of just decided to start the skin. That was the other thing I was very concerned about. The first thing was her getting the dress handled. I found an amazing white dress conversion for At the Met from the Evergreen Needle on Instagram. I don't think she's very active there, but that is who did it. And if you are in the Mirabilia Full Conversion Facebook group, you can do a search for At the Met and this Egyptian gorgeous conversion will come up. That's her. I used her white dress conversion. She gets all the credit for that part. Then I was worried about the skin, but I have to say I'm very happy. I'm keeping this square the way that it's called for, and I think these greens are what was called for, and I just changed this to a little purple. Just made it feel like a little Mardi Gras. Well, I'm very excited, and I need to keep going and not lose steam because she's perfect, and the fabric, let's see if I can get it, is awesome. This is Another Mirabilia. This is Madonna of the Garden. I love Holy Mother iconography. I really had to stitch this one and ooh, I lucked out because it is out of print and it's one of the more rare out of print patterns, and ooh, I got real lucky. Another Fiberlicious fabric, and this one is even more bonkers than the last. Euphoria. I got it on, this time I got it on a Lugana, thinking maybe it wouldn't dye as bright, which is completely fine that it did. I'm not complaining. And what I did was I'm shifting the window, the pattern, so it's in this upper corner so that this modeling right here kind of looked like sun rays. So I've started on Mary. And I'm very intrigued and interested to see how this one comes out. I'm happy with my fabric, but it's going to be interesting. I'm actually very excited because at the bottom, you know, at the bottom of the pattern, it's got like the fruit. It's got these yellows and golds and oranges and reds at the bottom. And a lot of this blue is at the top. So I feel like the pattern color-wise is going kind of opposite of my fabric. So I'm very interested to see all those juicy colors once I get to that part. Princess Eliana. I had originally started her on the called for purple linen and was fine with it. And then a month of Fiberlicious fabric, fabulous. Fiberlicious fabric came in. It was done for me. I was kind of thinking about it for her, and then Allie Z sent me a message out of the blue and said, that would be great for Eliana. Done. The fabric is April Showers Bring May Flowers. It's just 28 count plain linen. And this was last May's color of the month. I have to be honest. I'm not positive she's going to fit on my fabric. I know. But she looks good. I'm going to Moana Princess Eliana. I'm going to see how far I go. And then I'll just stop where I stop and she's finished. I don't know. Y'all know I cannot be trusted with measurements. This next one is Strawberry Fairy from Soda Stitch. I am stitching this as part of the Soda Stitch Saturday Sal with burned stitches. Memphis Sarah E. I think Rogue Mama Stitcher's doing it. Jump on in. This is where I'm at. I started some strawberries. Got my little animal done. Is it a chipmunk? I'd say chipmunk, but they don't have long tails like that. But squirrels don't have stripy tails, right? Somebody work at a zoo and can help me. That is part of the fairy's wing. I'm stitching that for one of my children. I actually finished the Chucky and Tiffany square in the Chopping Mall. This is, well, like I said, Chopping Mall from the Witchy Stitcher. This was previously a stitch along. I am stitching it years after that. I changed the words. It did say until death, but because it's a mall, I decided I'm going to change all the rooms to like a shop thing. So this is the bridal shop. Aren't they funny? They're so cute. I'm very proud of it. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. Fiber Arts Amy, who makes fun of the fact that I don't buy more than a fat quarter when I'm getting hand-dyed fabrics. She likes to have space, a lot of space on her stitching, which is fantastic. I'm like, but if I spend my money, I can get two smaller ones, and then I could like fit stuff on there. Anyway, she had dyed this piece of fabric. It was bigger, and she sent it to me, and it is amazing. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. I told Amy, I said, you need to dye one-off pieces and sell them. Because she doesn't have enough on her plate. Between her life and her stitching and the retreat, she doesn't have enough to do. Dye fabric, sell it. Become a millionaire, give me credit. I don't know. Y'all, it's been a while. Maybe I'm a little rusty. I gotta find something cool to go on this. What am I gonna stitch on this? And then it came to me. Freaking Ragnarok from Long Dog samplers. It's already mystical. Look how mystical this is. Woo. And it's ginormous, which means a long dog's gonna fit. Because they are huge. They are easy, but they are big. There's my start. Look at this. I'm very happy. And this fabric is really fantastic and a lot of fun. And I think I'm just going to do the pattern in all white. Okay, let's talk market. And I won't talk a lot because I don't really do market. I loved so many things this year from market. And market typically misses the mark for me. Because it's just not the big blingy broads and such that I enjoy stitching. And I don't do a ton of samplers. But 2 samplers came out at market this year. And I was like, you just come to mama right now. Shehrazadi's Dream, 1001 Nights. This is from Twin Peaks Primitives. And I tell you this right now, if I was a monogam, if I wanted to cheat on the ladies with anything, it would be samplers. Did that make any sense? I'm just trying to say I would love to stitch samplers. No, that wasn't even my point. Oh, Maggie, you saucy minx. My point was, if I was going to stitch samplers, they would almost all be from Twin Peak Primitives. Their stuff is amazing. In fact, the very first market thing I bought, they did a peacock something house with the peacock. I got that from market. I haven't started it because they're also bigger designs a lot of the times. Not every time, but like this is a lot of pages. But I thought that this was cool because to me it looked pretty bright, right? But then I ordered the DMC and the color palette was a little more muted. It's not bad, but y'all know I can't just use sedate fabric. I was wanting to go a little bonkers and now I'm like, Opinions, let me know. Because I don't have anything for this yet. I love their stuff. I got one more thing from market this year. And as soon as I saw it, it was ordered. Because it's the most amazing sampler I've ever seen in my life. Spaghetti Western sampler from Artist Design. Look at this. It's all noodles. Look, spaghetti and meatballs. I think there's pho in there and ramen. Look, bow tie pasta. Oh, look at these. Look at these guys on the horses. Look at that bowl. These look, there's the house way back there. Look at this chicken beside this tiny barn. Look at the coop. It's so cute. And then it says, yeehaw for good food and social justice. There was no way I was not buying this. Look at this. It's amazing. Not only that, I'm using the called for fabric because the fabric that she chose is off the walls perfect. It's just perfect. Cedar River linen in red cedar. So Cedar River's the company. Red cedar is the name of the fabric. This is my start. I got a fat half and luckily I'm gonna have another little piece Look at this fabric. Look at what she picked. It's so perfect. Because she's right. It looks like sauce. So I got my piece, and I don't know, I'm sure you guys do this, right? Do I want this side or this side? Do I want this end or that end? And you flip it and you twist it, and then you fold it up so you remember what side you want to start. Like this is top right, and then you go to start and you're like, wait, was this right or left or top? Oh, now I got to start over. A little side anecdote for you. I picked this one and I started where I did because I wanted to make sure I got this spot in my design, because it looks like, you know, something spilled. Ugh. I've not gotten far, but boy, howdy, it is awesome. And if you don't think that I am not going, that's double, wait. If you think, there we go. I'll get there, hang on. Calculating and go. If you think that I am not going to finish this with macaroni art, you are sadly mistaken. There will be macaroni art on this when I'm finished. I'm going to make a frame of macaroni. It'll be delicious. Actually, no, it'll be toxic. Don't eat it. Ooh, I forgot about something fun. Bluebell from Nora Corbett. This one's out of print. I was lucky enough to find a copy, and I'm trying to stitch it as fast as possible so I can give it away at the Queen City Stitch Retreat. But until then, I'm doing a skin conversion because the colors in her dress and the color of fabric that I'm using totally reminded me of Lupita's Oscar look, and then Serena Williams' Vogue cover. Hopefully I've still got the pictures on my phone and we'll pop them up now. Pizzazz! Right? Gorgeous. This is where I'm at, and I love her. Look at this. Can we talk about the movement in this dress? That is some crazy good shading. Boy, I am loving her skin. Loving it. I stopped working on the wings because I didn't know this till I started like stitching the wings. It's all Krynic. And I love Krynic, but having to do rows of Krynic on linen, not that fun. The Krynic is worth it. She's gonna be awesome. And I would like to take it to the Grace Notes Fabrics Retreat because I am using one of their Fabric of the Months, Diminuendo. But it's an amazing color. This is another color I would reorder. Absolutely. I don't know if this one's been added to their shop yet, but you can look it up at gracenotesfabrics.com. They are also going to be one of our vendors at the Grace Notes Stitch Retreat. There we go. They're also going to be one of our vendors at the Queen City Stitch Retreat, which is awesome. But I will see Corinne and Colleen and Mr. Notes before then at their retreat. And I'm hoping I can bring Bluebell finished since it's on their fabric. So I need to get that finished. See these pillows? That's not hiding a giant mess. That's what the boxes are for. The exclusive pattern Nora Corbett made for our retreat. Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, has already stitched, framed, finished hers. For those of you joining us at the retreat, get ready. We're working really hard. Super duper hard. I'm trying to work out a deal with my parents to watch the baby for a couple of hours once a week so that I can shoot a Flosstube more regularly. Needles crossed, y'all. Cross them for me. The baby's up. I gotta go. Thanks for spending time with me. I love spending my time with you. Okay, bye.